Starting off this countdown at number 10, the Meg. Researchers have pinned the date of the megalodon's extinction to about 2.6 million years ago, roughly when the great white shark was just becoming established. However, a doctor pointed out that the megalodon likely lived in water no more than 200 meters deep, in and around coastal areas. We would, she says, have noticed something of the megalodon's size if it was swimming off our shores, but what if that's not where it's living? Explorers began to probe the Mariana Trench in the late 1800s using rudimentary equipment, but it was impossible to get the full picture of the trench without sending someone down. That's only happened once in history. In 1960, a researcher and US Navy lieutenant took a Navy submarine into the depths. Due to the pressure, they couldn't stay very long, but when they turned on the submarine's floodlights, they were shocked to see fish. Until then, it was thought that no creature could live in such a harsh environment. So who's to say the Meg couldn't live down there?
Over the years, reports of megalodon sightings have emerged all over the internet. A lot of them claim that these giant sharks never went extinct, that they've just been hiding in the deepest part of the ocean, the Mariana Trench.
Now at number 9, new whale. In 2016, marine biologists studying the Mariana Trench heard a strange sound of unknown origin and started recording. Although the recording is only a few seconds long, experts detected a slightly metallic quality to it, and many speculated that the noise was not natural. After months of analysis, however, the scientists believed they found the source of the noise. It's currently theorized that the sound, which marine biologists call a biotwang, is the low-frequency call of a new type of baleen whale. However, that's just one theory. Others say it's still a whale, however it's got shark-like teeth and has mutated into something unimaginable. Here at number 8, sea devil anglerfish. If a fish has the word devil in its name, it's a safe bet that it's going to be freaky, and sea devil anglerfish does not disappoint. It features a whole list of interesting, strange characteristics. As its name strongly hints, this is a fish that would have swum up straight from hell, with its weird body, razor-like teeth, and cold death stare. Although they're bizarre and scary looking, at least they're not huge. Females generally top out at 8 inches long, and the males are much smaller, at maybe an inch long or so. As an anglerfish, the sea devil doesn't dart after its prey. Instead, it has a protrusion from its forehead that dangles a glowing lure to attract unlucky animals. With its huge gaping jaws, the sea devil can actually devour creatures larger than itself.
We believe that this is the first video footage ever made of this species, alive and at depth. Eyes of this angler are quite small. In their dark habitat, anglerfish rely more on feeling the movements of other animals in the water around them than on vision. The tiny pale dots you see along the sides of the fish and on its head are organs very sensitive to the slightest movements, and they function very effectively.
Now coming in at number 7, goblin shark. The goblin shark is a rare species of shark. Its unusual and creepy appearance is often described as fossil-like. It has pink-toned skin and a distinctive snout shape. It is elongated and flat, with a protruding jaw and skinny, incredibly sharp teeth. They can grow to be about 10 to 13 feet in length, and they are rarely seen by human beings. It's still unclear what the unusual snout is for, but the older they get, the deeper they dive.
Most goblin sharks are 10 to 12 feet long, but they can grow much bigger.
Here at number 6, telescope octopus. The telescope octopus is a transparent 8-armed octopus that is almost entirely colorless. Their arms are the same size, and they are the only octopus to have tubular eyes. It is incredibly unusual to observe and was originally documented by Dr. William Evans in 1885. The octopus is a rare species, meaning there is little that scientists and the general public know about the marine creature, but it's believed to be a close relative of the glass octopus. These eyes provide a wider peripheral vision so that the octopus can see predators and prey alike. Those eyes can also rotate. Talk about scary. Halfway at number 5, fang-toothed fish. These fish could be straight out of a horror movie and are named after their scary teeth that, in relation to their body size, are the largest in the ocean. Special pouches on the roof of its mouth prevent the teeth from piercing the fish's brain when its mouth is closed. Fang-toothed fish do not have good eyesight, and they are believed to hunt by literally bumping into their prey, sensing vibrations and movement in the water. Now at number 4, deep-sea hatchetfish. There are a lot of odd-looking fish in the sea, but not many of them resemble humans' hand tools. The deep-sea hatchetfish resembles a silvery swimming hatchet. There are more than 40 species of hatchetfish. All of them have ridiculously skinny bodies, and many of them have shiny scales too, which adds to the metallic hatchet-like appearance. They are small fish and even the biggest types to grow only to about 6 inches long. Their delicate looks contradict their serious ruggedness because these fish are found in depths pushing nearly 5,000 feet. Hatchetfish have bioluminescent bodies and they can alter the brightness of their glow depending on how much light is filtering from above. In doing so, they're counter-illuminating their bodies in a clever camouflage technique. Their dim, self-produced light reduces their silhouettes, making it much more difficult for predators to spot them from below. Now at number 3, comb jellyfish. The comb jelly is a beautiful oval-shaped animal with 8 rows of tiny comb-like plates that it beats to move itself through the water. As it swims, the comb rows break up light to produce a shimmering rainbow effect. Comb jellies are gelatinous creatures with luminous body structures as they diffract any light that falls upon them. They use their comb-like plates to move around in the water. While they please the eyesight, these underwater marvels are vicious predators, even attacking their own kind sometimes. Some may be as tiny as a few millimeters, ranging up to nearly 5 feet long.
Found around 3,000 feet down are the comb jellies. That's light refracting off thousands.
Here at number 2, frilled shark. The frilled shark was discovered in the 19th century by a German who studies fish. It is often referred to as a living fossil due to its eerie appearance and the shape of its mouth. The shark has an eel-like body that's dark brown and gray in color, and the articulation of the jaws to the head. The shark derives its name from 6 rows of frilly gills that grace its body, which grows up to 6 feet long. Just as notably, the shark wields more than 20 rows of wicked, trident-shaped teeth that will tear into any bit of flesh that passes near them. Frilled sharks probably spend most of their lives near the ocean's bottom, and they like waters more than 4,000 feet deep. On the rare occasions that people snag them and bring them up to the surface, the sharks almost always perish immediately, making it very difficult for people to observe their behavior and life cycles. For years, many people assumed that frilled sharks swam and hunted like eels. Now coming in at number 1, zombie worms. Now I know what you're thinking, oh well, how can a worm be scary? Well, let me tell you. Zombie worms are also known as ocedox. The word ocedox means bone eater in Latin and refers to the worm's ability to dig into and eat bones from whale carcasses. They do so in an attempt to reach lipids enclosed in the bone. They use special root tissues for bone burrowing. So if you ever come near one of these things, I suggest getting as far away as possible.
Number 10, Dunkleosteus. This 33-foot long armored fish from the Devonian era lacked teeth, but its jaw contained razor-sharp protrusions of bone that it could use to pierce and cut through its prey. These bones grew continuously, and as they did, the edges rubbed together with those of the opposing jaw, acting like self-sharpening shears. This would ensure the fangs were always ready to chomp into armored prey like arthropods, ammonites, and other fish. This 4-ton monster fish patrolled inshore waters and could snatch up prey by opening and closing its jaws within 50 to 60 milliseconds. If this thing came back nowadays, they'd probably make fishing the most dangerous profession in the world, along with our next entry. Number 9, Helicoprion. The mystery of this bizarre fish starts with a weird fossil and numerous attempts to figure out what it was and how to classify it. Helicoprion puzzled paleontologists and ichthyologists for over a century. The only remains of this creature up until 2013 were from a fossilized whorl of teeth. While most scientists agreed that the teeth belonged to the lower jaw, that didn't prevent the presumed location of the teeth from migrating around the body in sometimes fanciful arrangements that can be used in numerous illustrations and reconstructions. With the later discovery of some portions of a jaw, the location of its buzzsaw-like teeth were definitely determined to fill the lower jaw. Strangely, there were no upper teeth, so this creature could terrifyingly gum and bite you at the same time. The jaw would close, rotating the teeth backwards, much like a circular blade saw. It probably fed on the soft bodies of squid and other cephalopods. The whorl of teeth was formed as they continuously grew outwards, creating a spiral as it aged. The teeth at the beginning of the whorl being small and gradually increasing in size toward the end. Another fish with an equally odd and terrifying face, Edestus, had offset scissor-like jaws that protrude out of its face. No thank you. Number 8, Arthropleura. This is not something you want to see crawling around anywhere near you. Arthropleura was an 8.5 foot long millipede from the Carboniferous era, and though it was herbivorous, likely feeding on dead plant matter like modern millipedes, it still has scare factor. I'm burning the house down if I find this under my sink. Just because it won't try to eat you doesn't prevent it from being creepy while it scuttles about. Ugh. Fossil trackways have been discovered showing that Arthropleura could move and maneuver quickly, undulating hundreds of legs in rhythm to nauseate and disturb anyone watching. These are the largest known land invertebrates of all time, and it is unlikely that they had any predators, but it could probably rear up into a defensive posture and look you straight in the eyes. Number 7. Leviathan melvillei. This extinct whale was named for both the monstrous sea creature Leviathan from the Old Testament, that when he rises up the mighty are terrified, they retreat before his thrashing, and for Herman Melville, the author of the novel Moby Dick, a tale of an accursed white whale that terrorized Captain Ahab and eventually brought about his passing and the destruction of his ship and crew. This is an amazing namesake to live up to. The Leviathan melvillei is related to modern sperm whales like Moby Dick, and lived during the Miocene epoch. It was 45 to 57 feet long and had a 10-foot long skull that housed 40 14.5 inch long teeth. These are the longest teeth used for feeding known from any animal extinct or alive. They fed on large prey at the surface of the water, including other whales. This whale likely became so large because it was competing directly with Megalodon for food, who we'll get to a little bit later. Number 6. Spinosaurus. Spinosaurus is one of the most spectacular and horrible creatures that ever stalked the earth. It had an elongated skull, much like a crocodile, and a snout filled with approximately 64 straight conical teeth. Evidence suggests that it was a semi-aquatic, so there was nowhere to escape this fish and dinosaur-devouring monster. Spinosaurus is currently the largest of all known carnivorous dinosaurs, even larger than T-Rex and Gigantosaurus. While the exact size is debated, recent finds and studies suggest that Spinosaurus may have been 41 to 59 feet in length and weighed in excess of 20 tons. It had elongated neural spines that ran along its back, creating a sail-like structure that made it look even larger and more terrifying. Number 5. Titanoboa. For those of you with ophidiophobia, this one's for you. Titanoboa was a 42-foot long snake that lived during the Paleocene epoch. It likely hunted much like crocodiles do, lurking, partially submerged at the water's edge so that it could ambush thirsty, unsuspecting animals. It would strike from the water and wrap itself around its prey, delivering a crushing demise. It lived in the rainforests of South America, where temperatures were warmer and the tropics of today. This allowed the cold-blooded reptiles to grow larger than modern reptiles can. This snake would have Indiana Jones doing the Scooby-Doo and Shaggy run. Like Zoink Scoob. Number 4. Gigantosaurus. Gigantosaurus was 43 feet long and larger than the size of a Tyrannosaurus Rex, but only by 3 feet. It had a 5.2 foot long skull with 64 8-inch long compressed and serrated teeth that were made for slicing through flesh, though they were not capable of crushing bone like the teeth of the Tyrannosaurus. Gigantosaurus is from the Cretaceous period and lived in what is now Argentina. It was related to the nearly equally sized Carcharodontosaurus from Africa. Evidence suggests the possibility that Gigantosaurus was a pack hunter and that they hunted large sauropods. This would make it the only theropod that actively hunted sauropods. Another interesting feature is that the lower jaw was broadened slightly, allowing it to handle smaller prey. It's easy to imagine Gigantosaurus chomping down on some flesh of some goofy bipedal mammals if it had ever been given the chance. Number 3. Megalodon. This 59-foot long shark lived and hunted in the same waters as Leviathan melvillei. It had massive 7-foot wide jaws containing 5 rows of around 276 compressed blade-like teeth that were made for cutting and grasping powerful prey. Sharks have skeletons made of cartilage that are not typically preserved in the fossil record, and so the jaws of the megalodon and a few traces of fossils are all paleontologists have to build their hypothesis. The body shape of a megalodon is likely similar to a larger and more robust great white shark. If a megalodon exhibited ambush hunting behavior like great white sharks, it would have taken prey by surprise from below and made precision strikes strikes to immobilize its prey with an amazingly strong bite. Sharks are also known for shaking their prey side to side to increase bite forces. Fossil evidence of teeth marks found on whale vertebrae suggests that Megalodon was an active predator of large whales. Their teeth are built with a structure that would rarely crack even if they hit the bone. Damn, that's crazy. Number 2, Jacalopterus. 3 words, giant sea scorpion. Or 4 words, less tasty looking lobster. That's right, this 8-foot-long arthropod lived in the water and had pincher claws. Frankly, all of the Eurypterids are scary as hell, and this entire video could be exclusively about how terrifying these things look. Many of them look eerily similar to the facehuggers from the Alien movie franchise. They are nightmare fuel. Jacalopterus had segmented bodies with multiple specialized limbs, some with spikes. They had spring-loaded claws to snatch up fish as they passed by, with the largest having an 18-inch spiked claw. Smaller sea scorpions are known to have crawled ashore to mate and even shed their outer skin. Imagine finding the molt of one of these monsters on the shore just before going swimming. Already with a sense of dread and paranoia, you distance yourself from the shore, and then you see a shadow in the murky waters. Number 1, Sarcosuchus. Sarcosuchus, whose literal name means flesh crocodile, gross, is an extinct genus of crocodiliform and distant relative of living crocodiles that lived during the early Cretaceous. From the late Hauterivian to the early Albian, 133 to 112 million years ago of what is now Africa and South America. The genus name comes from the Greek sarx, meaning flesh, and sochus, meaning crocodile. It was one of the largest crocodile-like reptiles, with the largest specimen of S. imperator reaching approximately 9 to 9.5 meters, or 29.5 to 31.2 feet long, and weighing up to 3.45 to 4.3 metric tons. It is known from 2 species, S. imperator from the early Albian eras formation of Niger, and S. harti from the late Hauterivian of northeastern Brazil. The first remains were discovered during several expeditions led by the French paleontologist Albert Félix de Lapéron, spanning from 1946 to 1959 in the Sahara. These remains were fragments of the skull, vertebrae, teeth, and scutes. In 1964, an almost complete skull was found in Niger by the French CEA, but it was not until 1997 and 2000 that most of its anatomy became known to science, with an expedition led by the American paleontologist Paul Sereno discovered 6 new species, including one with about half the skeleton intact and most of the spine. Number 10, high pressure and hostile environment. The ocean's depths can exert tremendous pressure due to the weight of the water above. For every 10 meters of depth, the pressure increases by about 1 atmosphere, approximately 14.7 pounds per square inch. This means that at extreme depths, the pressure can become crushing, making it difficult to design and build equipment that can withstand these conditions. Submersibles and underwater vehicles need to be constructed with materials that can handle the pressure without collapsing. Number 9, technological limitations. Creating equipment that can function effectively in the deep ocean requires specialized engineering. Seawater is highly corrosive, and the extreme pressure and low temperatures can wreak havoc on materials. Developing materials and technology that can endure these conditions is a significant challenge. Researchers also need to find a way to power equipment and collect data without being hindered by these adverse conditions. Number 8, limited funding. Funding for scientific research and exploration is often limited, and there's competition for resources across various scientific fields. Ocean exploration competes with other high-profile endeavors like space exploration, medical research, and environmental conservation. The high costs associated with designing, building, and maintaining ocean exploration equipment, along with the expenses of research expeditions, can make it difficult to secure adequate funding for deep-sea exploration. Space exploration often captures public and political interest due to its inspirational and futuristic aspects, potentially leading to increased funding. In contrast, the mysteries of the deep ocean are less visible and less understood by the general public, which can lead to a lack of advocacy for increased funding. Number 7, lack of public interest. Space exploration often captures the public's imagination due to its association with new frontiers, potential for extraterrestrial life, and the awe-inspiring visuals of celestial bodies. The deep ocean, on the other hand, lacks the same visual appeal and sense of exploration. While documentaries and educational efforts can help raise awareness, the distant and hidden nature of the deep sea makes it harder to generate widespread public interest compared to the grandeur of space. I mean, underwater, you can barely see a thing. Even with lights, it's just void. But in space, at least you got some pretty rocks to look at. Number 6, communication challenges. In space exploration, communication is facilitated by using satellites to relay signals back to Earth. In ocean exploration, communication becomes significantly more challenging due to the properties of water. Water is dense and absorbs electromagnetic signals, making it difficult for signals to travel far distances without weakening or distorting. This can limit the real-time control and data transmission capabilities of underwater vehicles, making operations more complex, and sometimes requiring autonomous or pre-programmed systems. And this isn't to mention the fact that if you're deep underwater and communication is choppy, it's definitely more dangerous for the scientists, researchers. It's definitely more dangerous for the researchers and scientists and this guy who drives the submarine. It's just a whole thing. Number 5, limited international collaboration. Space exploration often involves collaboration between multiple countries, combining resources, expertise, and funding. This collaboration helps share the cost and risks of ambitious projects. In contrast, deep-sea exploration can face challenges in international collaboration due to factors like geopolitical tensions, territorial disputes, and the vastness of the oceans in general. The lack of clear jurisdiction over international waters can create uncertainties regarding legal frameworks and resource ownership, potentially hampering cooperative efforts. Number 4, environmental concerns. Deep-sea ecosystems are incredibly delicate and often poorly understood. The potential disruption caused by exploration activities such as deep-sea mining, oil and gas extraction, or the collection of biological specimens can lead to significant ecological damage. The slow growth rates and unique adaptations of many deep-sea species make recovery from disturbances a lengthy process. As a result, ethical and environmental considerations require careful planning and regulatory oversight to minimize negative impacts. I mean, just from research in the past, we've introduced whole ecosystems into North America and other places in the world. So I understand why we're going a little bit easy on the oceans now. Number 3, unpredictable conditions. The ocean environment is subject to unpredictable and rapidly changing conditions. Ocean currents, underwater geology, storms, and seismic activities can all pose risks to equipment and personnel involved in exploration activities. Planning and executing expeditions in such an environment require robust risk assessment, advanced forecasting, and adaptable technologies to ensure the safety of operations. Number 2, unknown returns on investment. Space exploration often presents opportunities for technological innovation and potential resource utilization, such as satellite communication technology and mineral resources on celestial bodies. In comparison, the tangible returns on investment from deep-sea exploration are less clear. While there is potential for deep-sea mining and bioprospecting, the economic viability and environmental sustainability of these activities are still being studied and debated. This uncertainty can make it challenging to attract private investment or government funding for extensive deep-sea exploration. To me, this is just kind of unfortunate. I mean, just because we're not getting something back doesn't mean we shouldn't study it, right? Number 1, legal and regulatory challenges. The complex legal landscape of the ocean poses challenges for exploration and resource exploitation. International waters are beyond the jurisdiction of any single country, leading to debates over who has the right to access and exploit resources. Developing a comprehensive legal framework that addresses environmental protection, resource management, and equitable sharing of benefits from deep-sea exploration requires international cooperation and negotiation. Let's take the sub. Number 10, deep-sea dragonfish. The enigmatic deep-sea dragonfish is an otherworldly denizen of the ocean's abyssal realms, where perpetual darkness shrouds the depths. These creatures, adorned in mesmerizing bioluminescent attire, possess elongated forms and fearsome fang-like teeth, reaching up to 15 centimeters in length, with an alluring filamentous barbel dangling from their lower jaws. Thriving at extreme depths between 1,000 and 2,500 meters beneath the ocean's surface, they have evolved an intricate dance of dimorphism, where males considerably smaller than their female counterparts partake in a surreal fusion to ensure reproduction. Their dazzling light displays, thanks to specialized photophores, serve as both lures for prey and beacons in the abyss, and their unique feeding strategy allows them to swallow meals far larger than themselves. Number 9. Black Sea Devil Anglerfish. The black sea devil anglerfish possesses an array of exceptional attributes that distinguish it as a remarkable denizen of the deep ocean. This enigmatic creature's most striking feature is its eerie appearance, adorned with an enormous mouth filled with needle-like teeth and a bioluminescent lure that dangles above its head, luring prey in the pitch-black abyss. Yet, its uniqueness extends far beyond its appearance. The anglerfish showcases an extreme case of dimorphism, with females growing several inches in length while males are minuscule. Their mating ritual is equally peculiar, involving the fusion of males to females, ensuring reproductive success in the unforgiving deep-sea environment. Number 8. Dumbo Octopus. The Dumbo octopus, named after the Disney character Dumbo due to its ear-like fins, boasts several distinctive attributes that set it apart in the underwater world. These remarkable creatures, which belong to the genus Grimpo-toothus, inhabit the deep ocean at depths ranging from 3,000 to 7,000 meters. Their most eye-catching feature is their ear-like webbed fins that resemble the iconic ears of an elephant. These fins are not only for aesthetics, but serve as efficient means of locomotion, allowing the Dumbo octopus to gracefully fly through the water, with a combination of gentle flapping and pulsating movements. Dumbo octopi possess a soft, gelatinous body in stark contrast to the more muscular bodies of their close relatives. This adaptation enables them to move with greater flexibility and efficiency in the deep-sea environment. They are often translucent or white, helping them blend in with the faint ambient light in their dark habitat. Number 7. Zombie worms. Zombie worms, scientifically known as osedacs, are fascinating and unusual marine creatures that have adapted to an extreme and somewhat gruesome lifestyle. These worms are found in the depths of the ocean, specifically on the bones of marine animals who passed away, such as whales that have sunk to the ocean floor. What makes zombie worms truly unique is their ability to extract nutrients from the bones of those carcasses. Zombie worms possess a symbiotic relationship with bacteria that lives inside of them. These bacteria produce enzymes that break down the collagen and lipids found in the bones of the demised, and the worms absorb these nutrients, effectively eating the bones. This specialized adaptation allows them to thrive in an otherwise harsh and nutrient-poor environment. These worms are quite small, often just a few millimeters long, and they lack a traditional digestive system. Instead, they rely entirely on their bacterial partners to help them extract sustenance from the bone. Their name, zombie worms, stems from their seemingly otherworldly ability to consume the remains of dead animals, almost like reanimating the bones, hence the comparison to zombies. Number 6. Mariana Snailfish. The Mariana snailfish is a remarkable and little known fish species that inhabits the deepest parts of the world's oceans. These snailfish have several unique attributes that enable them to survive in the extreme conditions of the Mariana Trench and other deep-sea environments. One of the most distinctive features of the Mariana snailfish is its ability to withstand crushing pressures, found at depths of over 7,000 meters. They lack swim bladders, which are gas-filled organs found in most fish species to help regulate buoyancy, and instead have a soft, gelatinous body that is more compressible. This allows them to adapt to the high pressure environment without being crushed. These snailfish are highly adapted to the pitch black darkness of the deep ocean. They have large sensitive eyes that help them detect bioluminescent prey and navigate in the absence of natural light. Their bodies are often translucent or pale in color, helping them blend into their dimly lit surroundings. Number 5. Benthacodon jellyfish. Benthacodon jellyfish are intriguing and unique members of the jellyfish family found in the deep ocean. These jellyfish are characterized by several distinct features and adaptations that allow them to thrive in their deep sea habitat. One of the most striking attributes of Benthacodon jellyfish is their transparency. They are nearly translucent, allowing them to blend seamlessly into the dimly lit, dark waters of the deep ocean. This adaptation helps them avoid detection by potential predators and makes them incredibly difficult to spot. Number 4. Deep sea hatchetfish. Deep sea hatchetfish are captivating and peculiar creatures that inhabit the abyssal depths of the world's oceans. These fish have several unique features and adaptations that allow them to thrive in the extreme conditions of the deep sea. One of the most distinctive attributes of deep sea hatchetfish is their flattened, hatchet-shaped bodies, hence the name. This shape allows them to minimize water resistance as they move through the water, making them agile and efficient swimmers. Their silvery or metallic colored bodies are highly reflective, helping them blend in with their environment. Hatchetfish possess specialized bioluminescent organs called photophores, which are located along their bodies. These photophores emit light, and deep sea hatchetfish can control the intensity and direction of this light. They use this bioluminescence for various purposes, such as camouflage, communication, attracting prey, or distracting predators. Some species even have a light-producing barbel hanging from their lower jaws, enhancing their ability to lure prey. Number 3. Frilled shark. The frilled shark is a highly unusual and ancient species of shark that dwells in the deep ocean, primarily in the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Known for its prehistoric appearance, this shark exhibits a range of unique features and adaptations. One of the most distinctive characteristics of the frilled shark is its eel-like body, which can grow up to 6.5 feet or 2 meters or more in length. It is named after the fringed or frilly appearance of its gills, which differ from the typical gill slits found in most sharks. Instead of 5 pairs of gill slits, the frilled shark possesses 6 to 7 pairs, giving its gills an unusual fringed appearance. This shark is primarily a deep sea dweller, inhabiting depths ranging from 500 to 1500 meters, or even deeper. It prefers the pitch black and cold waters of the deep ocean, where it encounters very little natural light. Number 2. Vampire squid. The vampire squid is a captivating and enigmatic deep-sea cephalopod that inhabits the dark, oxygen-depleted waters of the deep ocean, particularly in the mesopelagic and bathypelagic zones. Despite its ominous name, the vampire squid is not a blood-sucking creature, but rather a unique and intriguing marine species. One of the most distinctive features of the vampire squid is its striking appearance. It has large reddish eyes with bioluminescent properties, which it uses to detect faint sources of light in the deep sea. Its body is covered in a dark webbed cloak that gives it a vampiric appearance, hence the name. This cloak is actually a soft gelatinous mantle that serves as a defensive mechanism when threatened. When disturbed, the vampire squid can wrap its cloak around its body, effectively hiding its appendages and creating the appearance of a larger, more menacing creature to deter potential predators. Number 1. Barrel-eye fish. The barrel-eye fish, also known as the spookfish or Macropinna microstoma, is a highly unusual and mesmerizing deep-sea creature found in the world's oceans. These fish are renowned for their transparent, fluid-filled heads and remarkable adaptations that enable them to thrive in the extreme conditions of the deep ocean. One of the most distinctive features of the barrel-eye fish is its transparent, dome-shaped head, which provides a unique window into the inner workings of the animal. Within this transparent enclosure, their eyes are housed. These eyes are exceptionally sensitive and can rotate within the head to look upward and forward, allowing the fish to spot prey and potential threats in the darkness above. There are plenty of scary places out there. Let's look at some of them that are comparable to the Mariana Trench. Number 10. Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle, also known as the Devil's Triangle, has perplexed sailors and aviators for decades. One of the most famous incidents occurred in 1945 when Flight 19, a group of 5 US Navy bombers, disappeared without a trace during a training mission. Even more eerie was the disappearance of a rescue plane sent to find them. Despite extensive search efforts, no wreckage was ever found. Over the years, numerous ships and aircraft have vanished within the Bermuda Triangle, fueling theories of paranormal activity, extraterrestrial interference, or unusual natural phenomena. While most of these mysteries can be attributed to navigational errors, the Bermuda Triangle remains an enigmatic and spine-tingling location. Number 9. The Devil's Sea, or the Dragon's Triangle. Off the coast of Japan lies the Devil's Sea, often referred to as the Dragon's Triangle, with a history of bizarre disappearances. Perhaps the most famous incident was the disappearance of the Japanese research vessel Kaio Maru No. 5 in 1952. The ship vanished without a distress call or any wreckage found. Some attribute these disappearances to magnetic anomalies caused by underwater volcanic activity or methane hydrate eruptions, which would cause ships to lose buoyancy and sink suddenly. While there are rational explanations for many incidents, the reputation of the Devil's Sea as a mysterious and potentially perilous place endures. Number 8. The underwater city of Dwarka. Off the coast of India, submerged ruins believed to be the ancient city of Dwarka have captured the imagination of historians and archaeologists alike. Legend has it that Dwarka was founded by Lord Krishna and later submerged by the sea. Excavations have revealed structures and artifacts that suggest a sophisticated ancient civilization, adding to the eerie aura of this underwater city. Exploring these ruins is both an archaeological adventure and a spiritual journey, as divers encounter submerged temples and remnants of a bygone era, shrouded in historical and religious mystique. Number 7. The Sargasso Sea. The Sargasso Sea, a region in the North Atlantic Ocean, is known for its vast mats of floating sargassum seaweed. Its eerie reputation is tied to the disorienting experience of sailing through a seemingly endless expanse of tangled seaweed. Historically, sailors feared becoming trapped in the Sargasso, where the calm, windless waters could lead to prolonged voyages and dwindling supplies. Tales of ghost ships and derelict vessels adrift in the Sargasso have added to its mystique, even though many of these stories have been debunked. Today, the Sargasso Sea remains a captivating and haunting part of the ocean's ecosystem. Number 6. Point Nemo. Point Nemo, located in the South Pacific Ocean, is a desolate and remote spot, farther from land than any other point on Earth. The eerie aspect of Point Nemo lies in its isolation and the overwhelming feeling of being utterly alone in the vastness of the ocean. For astronauts aboard the International Space Station, Point Nemo is the closest point on Earth, a fact that adds an unsettling layer to the isolation experienced by those who venture to this remote location on the planet's surface. Number 5. The Black Hole of Andros. The underwater cave system off the coast of Andros Island in the Bahamas is a labyrinth of pitch-black tunnels and chambers. Its eerie reputation comes from the daunting experience of navigating through narrow, winding passages filled with darkness. Divers who explore these caves are often overwhelmed by a sense of isolation and the fear of getting lost in the inky depths. The Black Hole of Andros is a challenging and eerie destination for experienced cave divers seeking both adventure and the thrill of exploring the unknown. Number 4. The USS Oriskany, or the Great Carrier Reef. The USS Oriskany, a decommissioned aircraft carrier, was intentionally sunk in 2006 off the coast of Florida to create an artificial reef. Diving around this colossal rusting hulk is eerie due to the juxtaposition of military history and marine life. The ship once played a vital role in the Vietnam War, and exploring its sunken remains can evoke a sense of reverence and eeriness as divers encounter the ghosts of its past life amid the marine ecosystem that has since made it their home. Number 3. The Mary Celeste's shipwreck. The mystery of the Mary Celeste began in 1872 when the ship was found adrift in the Atlantic Ocean, entirely deserted. The crew's disappearance remains one of the greatest unsolved maritime mysteries. The ship was fully seaworthy, with provisions and personal belongings left behind, but there were no signs of a struggle. The eerie tale of the Mary Celeste has spawned countless theories, including piracy, mutiny, and paranormal occurrences. The Mary Celeste remains an enduring maritime mystery, shrouded in speculation and unanswered questions. When the ship was found adrift in the Atlantic Ocean, its crew, including the captain's wife and daughter, had seemingly vanished into thin air. Authorities could never definitively determine the fate of the crew. The ship's logbook revealed no signs of distress or unusual circumstances. The ghostly image of the Mary Celeste sailing aimlessly through the open sea, its crew inexplicably gone, continues to captivate the imagination and inspire tales of maritime enigma. Number 2. The deep sea vents. Hydrothermal vents on the ocean floor are eerie and fascinating ecosystems. These vents release superheated water rich in minerals, creating unique habitats for extremophiles, such as tube worms and giant clams, that thrive in the extreme conditions. The eerie aspect of deep-sea vents lies in the complete darkness, crushing pressure, and the otherworldly creatures that inhabit that realm. Discovering these vents is like exploring an alien world deep beneath the ocean's surface, where life has adapted to thrive in an environment that seems entirely inhospitable to humans. Number 1. The USS Indianapolis wreck. The USS Indianapolis was a US Navy cruiser that played a crucial role in WW2. However, it's best known for its tragic sinking in July 1945, shortly after delivering components for the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. After delivering its cargo, the ship was torpedoed by a Japanese submarine and quickly sank. What makes the USS Indianapolis wreck particularly eerie is the harrowing ordeal that followed. Due to a communication error, the sinking was not immediately reported, and the crew was left adrift in shark-infested waters for days. Many perished from exposure, thirst, and shark attacks. Only 317 of the ship's nearly 1,200 crew members survived, making it one of the deadliest shark attacks in history. The wreck of the USS Indianapolis was only discovered in 2017, lying over 18,000 feet below the surface of the Philippine Sea. It serves as a haunting reminder of the ship's tragic history and the ocean's capacity to preserve the eerie remnants of the past. Number 10. Ping pong tree sponge. Ping pong tree sponges have a distinctive appearance that sets them apart from any other sponge species. They are typically spherical or oval shaped, resembling a ping pong ball in size and appearance. The sponge's surface is covered in tiny hair-like structures called spicules, which give it a bristly texture. These sponges are primarily found in deep-sea environments, typically at depths ranging from 1,000 to 3,000 meters. They are often attached to hard substrates, such as rocks or other deep-sea features. Like other sponges, ping pong tree sponges are filter feeders. They use specialized cells called choanocytes to generate water currents that bring in tiny plankton and organic particles. Number 9. Fangtooth fish. The fangtooth fish is a small but terrifying looking deep-sea fish that is found in oceans around the world. It is known for its distinctive appearance, particularly its long, sharp teeth, which give it its common name. Fangtooth fish are small, typically reaching lengths of around 6 to 7 inches. Despite their small size, they have one of the largest teeth to body size ratios of any fish in the ocean. Their teeth are disproportionately large, especially the pair of long fang-like teeth in the front of their jaws. The fangtooth fish's teeth are so large that they cannot fully close their mouths. The teeth are sharp and pointed, and they are used for capturing and holding prey. Number 8. Zombie worms. Zombie worms, scientifically known as Osedax, are fascinating and unusual marine creatures that have adapted to an extreme and somewhat gruesome lifestyle. These worms are found in the depths of the ocean, specifically on the bones of dead marine animals, such as whales that have sunk to the ocean floor. What makes zombie worms truly unique is their ability to extract nutrients from the bones of these creatures. Zombie worms possess a symbiotic relationship with bacteria that live inside them. These bacteria produce enzymes that break down the collagen and lipids found in the bones of dead animals. The worms absorb these nutrients, effectively eating the bones. This specialized adaptation allows them to thrive in an otherwise harsh and nutrient-poor environment. These worms are quite small, often just a few millimeters long, and they lack a traditional digestive system. Number 7. Dumbo octopus. The Dumbo octopus, named after the Disney character Dumbo due to its ear-like fins, boasts several distinctive attributes that set it apart in the underwater world. These remarkable creatures, which belong to the genus Grimpoteuthis, inhabit the deep ocean at depths ranging from 3,000 to 7,000 meters. Their most eye-catching feature is their ear-like webbed fins that resemble the iconic ears of an elephant. These fins are not only for aesthetics but serve as efficient means of locomotion, allowing the Dumbo octopus to gracefully fly through the waters with a combination of gentle flapping and pulsating movements. In addition to their peculiar fins, Dumbo octopuses possess a soft, gelatinous body in stark contrast to the more muscular bodies of their close relatives. This adaptation enables them to move with greater flexibility and efficiency in the deep sea environment. They are often translucent or white, helping them blend in with the faint ambient light in their dark habitat. Number 6. Deep sea hatchetfish. Deep sea hatchetfish are captivating and peculiar creatures that inhabit the abyssal depths of the world's oceans. These fish have several unique features and adaptations that allow them to thrive in the extreme conditions of the deep sea. One of the most distinctive attributes of deep sea hatchetfish is their flattened, hatchet-shaped bodies. This shape allows them to minimize water resistance as they move through the water, making them agile and efficient swimmers. Their silvery or metallic colored bodies are highly reflective, helping them blend into the dimly lit, open water environment of the deep sea, while also making them less visible to potential predators and prey. Hatchetfish possess specialized bioluminescent organs called photophores, which are located along their bodies. These photophores emit light, and deep sea hatchetfish can control the intensity and direction of this light. They use this bioluminescence for various purposes, such as camouflage, communication, attracting prey, or distracting predators. Number 5. Benthicodon jellyfish. Benthicodon jellyfish are intriguing and unique members of the jellyfish family found in the deep ocean. These jellyfish are characterized by several distinct features and adaptations that allow them to thrive in their deep sea habitat. One of the most striking attributes of Benthicodon jellyfish is their transparency. They are nearly translucent, allowing them to blend seamlessly into the dimly lit, dark waters of the deep ocean. This adaptation helps them avoid detection by potential predators and makes them incredibly difficult to spot. Mariana snailfish. The Mariana snailfish is a remarkable and little known fish species that inhabits the deepest parts of the world's oceans. These snailfish have several unique attributes that enable them to survive in the extreme conditions of the Mariana Trench and other deep sea environments. One of the most distinctive features of the Mariana snailfish is its ability to withstand crushing pressures, found at depths of over 7,000 meters. They lack swim bladders, which are gas-filled organs found in most fish species to help regulate buoyancy, and instead have a soft, gelatinous body that is more compressible. This allows them to adapt to the high-pressure environment without being crushed. These snailfish are highly adapted to the pitch-black darkness of the deep ocean. They have large, sensitive eyes that help them detect bioluminescent prey and navigate in the absence of natural light. Their bodies are often translucent or pale in color, helping them blend into their dimly lit surroundings. Barrel-eye fish. The barrel-eye fish, also known as the spookfish or Macropinna microstoma, is a highly unusual and mesmerizing deep-sea creature found in the world's oceans. These fish are renowned for their transparent, fluid-filled heads and remarkable adaptations that enable them to thrive in the extreme conditions of the deep ocean. One of the most distinctive features of the barrel-eye fish is its transparent, dome-shaped head, which provides a unique window into the inner workings of the animal. Within this transparent enclosure, their eyes are housed. These eyes are exceptionally sensitive and can rotate within the head to look upward and forward, allowing the fish to spot prey and potential threats in the darkness above. Number 2. Vampire squid. The vampire squid is a captivating and enigmatic deep-sea cephalopod that inhabits the dark, oxygen-depleted waters of the deep ocean, particularly in the mesopelagic and bathypelagic zones. Despite its ominous name, the vampire squid is not a blood-sucking creature, but rather a unique and intriguing marine species. One of the most distinctive features of the vampire squid is its striking appearance. It has large reddish eyes with bioluminescent properties, which it uses to detect faint sources of of light in the deep sea. Its body is covered in a dark webbed cloak that gives it a vampiric appearance, hence the name. This cloak is actually a soft gelatinous mantle that serves as a defensive mechanism when threatened. When disturbed, the vampire squid can wrap its cloak around its body, effectively hiding its appendages and creating the appearance of a larger, more menacing creature to deter potential predators. Frilled shark. The frilled shark is a highly unusual and ancient species of shark that dwells in the deep ocean, primarily in the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Known for its prehistoric appearance, this shark exhibits a range of unique features and adaptations. One of the most distinctive characteristics of the frilled shark is its eel-like body, which can grow up to 6.5 feet or 2 meters or more in length. It is named after the fringed or frilly appearance of its gills, which differ from the typical gill slits found in most sharks. Instead of 5 pairs of gill slits, the frilled shark possesses 6 to 7 pairs, giving its gills an unusual fringed appearance. This shark is primarily a deep sea dweller, inhabiting depths ranging from 500 to 1500 meters, or even deeper. It prefers the pitch black and cold waters of the deep ocean, where it encounters very little natural light. Thanks for watching. Those were 10 scary creatures only found in the Mariana Trench. Leave a like and comment if you think we missed anything, and we hope you have a scary day.